Hi gamers, mums and dads, welcome to Cridler Gaming, and today we are going to show you our daily routine that we do on Dragon Mania Legends. Now, we've been playing this for quite a few days, as you'll see when it pops up. So we've got quite an advanced account, nowhere near as advanced as some of the other players, but for anyone who's new to this game, we can talk you through how we've got to where we are and where we're going to get. So we've played it for 476 days, probably not consecutive, but yeah, probably over about 500 is that. So a good year and a half. So it is a game that we've been well into. I would recommend it. It does need a bit of patience and a bit of a sort of goal to get to from one end to the other. And say if we play it up to day 7 of 13, we get a new dragon, and that's a way ahead. But as you'll see from the game, it's good fun. We would recommend it. It's harmless. Don't worry about any ratings on this. It's very child friendly. It's just that you have to stick with it if you're going to play well and get to a good level. So let me just claim my daily. So the first thing we do always is claim our money. Now the two main things on this game is cash and food, if we ignore the gems which you have to pay for. So this is a free app, but I say gems can help you along the way. Now the main thing in this game is food, but to get food you need money, so we always start with collecting our money. So the two ways to do this is just to click on your habitats. Now the higher your level of your dragon, if we just click on one here, let's find a dragon, here you go, little the ceremony dragon, you can see at the bottom left hand corner we've got 1106 coins an hour, and because we've got 2 boss dragons, if every boss dragon you purchase, and that's a gem thing, you get an extra 10%, so we've got 2 of them, which is the 442, yeah, that's 10% of 100, and that is 110, so we must have, there must be since the update there must be 40% there adding on, so that's what the boss dragons do. So every hour we get that many coins, and each habitat has a maximum coinage that it can take, so we can go around and collect them. Now if you become a VIP and you have enough money to buy this mine, this gold mine, you can click on it here and you can collect everything. So this speeds up our daily, so instead of clicking on every single thing that we want to, we click on this 3.18 million, and that will take all the money. And you might see a little purple thing pop up there. Because you're VIP you get a bit of extra money, so might as well go on to VIP while we're talking about it. Now this 15 here means I'm level 15 on the VIP with 18 days left. Now you get lots of different benefits from VIP, but this is where it costs money, so you can go crazy and spend a fortune on gems, but a little bit here or there is okay. But you can see here the VIP here. If I wanted to extend VIP, and the reason I'm pointing this out is that 2 days and 7 days, that is expensive. So if you're going to do it, it's well worth doing the 20 days, because as you can see, if you time 2 days by 10, you get 490 gems, which is so much more than 199. So if you do the VIP and you want to do it, then I'd go for the 20 days, because even the 7 days is expensive. Treble that for 21 days, you've got 450 gems. So again, it's miles more. So go for the 20 days, and you do get free VIP passes here and there. So first thing we've done now is we've collected our gold. So next thing we want to do on the game is, and I'd really push it as much as you can, and get your farms as good as you can as soon as you can. Now, it costs a lot of money for some of the farms, but a good day to upgrade when you get to the highest level, but get the farms as good as you can. Now there's still, these are the best farms you can get on the most expensive food you can get, and it's still 120,000 food, which does sound quite a bit, but as you'll see we've got 3 million food in there, so we collected about 1.3 million from the farms, which isn't even one level up when you get to level 80 plus. But anyway, we've got our farms here, so our next task we do is we just pop in. We've got the money, so 155 million at the top, so I'm just going to go to the highest one we can, click on multi-plant in the bottom right hand corner, and we'll do the 43 million. So now we've got to wait a day, but this time tomorrow then that food will be ready and we'll get another 1 million or so. So now, because we've got over 2 million food, the next thing I do is feed up the dragons that I want to. Now, I'm trying to get my prairie dragon here up to level 100. Now, the update's been out a couple of weeks, and people have got 2 or even 3 100 level dragons, and I have no idea where they get the food from, but people do spend a lot of money on gems on this game. But yeah, I don't. I buy the clan, which is 35 gems a day for £10 or £20, whichever it is, and that keeps me topped up nicely. but I'd only do that if I was definitely playing it every day, which I do. So click on my Prairie Dragon. You can see he gets 9,000 gold an hour, and he's on level 96 or halfway across. So we've got 3.25 million food. I want to feed him, and as you can see, it's 2 million a go. So even after all that food we've collected, bye 2 million of it. Now we're 97 3/4 now, so one more to 98, then another 8 more, and then we'll be maxed out. So 9 more feeds dragon, and the good thing after level 80 is it stops at 2 million. Now I don't know if they've changed all the levels since the update, but 2 million is the maximum you pay now for a level of food. So 80 to 100 is 8 million a level, 20 levels. So that is 160 million food per dragon to get from 80 to 100, which is quite a lot. So treble that again, that's 480 million food to get 3 dragons to level 100. I really struggle getting food, but I do as best as I can. So now we have our dragon leveled up, and maybe we'll get back to that again. But the next thing we do is in this bottom left hand corner is these swords. So to get food as quick as you can, and since the update they have knocked off the old daily, which was quite useful, you go onto your battles here. Now if you haven't done all the levels, doing the levels gets you lots of food, and if you've done a level at 1 star and then you upgrade your dragons, then do it again to get it to 3 stars, because then you get more food. So there's a amount you get for completing level 1 star, and then they increase it for 2 star and again for 3 star. So if you've got like 1 stars all over, so I've got a couple here for 2 stars down here, as you can see underneath these pictures. So 2 star, if I do that then and get to 3 star, I will get more food. So first off, concentrate on the levels themselves. I've got to 289 now, which is just too difficult for me. I've only got 1 good dragon, and these are all 95s. Now the 2 main tactics on here is either get 1 dragon as good as you can, or level up your dragons, 3 or 6, 1 at a time. So go from 80 to 81 on one, then go 80, 81 on the second one. Now the advantage of doing the 6 at a time, although it takes longer to get any good results, is that if an event comes along, or you're doing the defenders game, then having 6 good dragons is better than having 1 amazing dragon. Now for me, I take the other tactic, which is the 1 amazing dragon, because if you have 1 really good dragon, it can usually take out all 3 dragons with 1 hit, especially if you've got the fire on, because the fire will take all 3 out in 1 go. So the reason I'm pointing out this here is that these scroll levels, so the ones I've already done, the next thing I do on my daily is just find them, and because I'm a VIP I get some instant wins. I mean, if I didn't, I'd just play them and take them that way. So I've got 18 goes, so I just click through on the instant wins. So we've got 3 here. Now you'll notice the food here is quite generous for food. It's 70 head food, that's 105,000 food, so 20 of these levels, and I've got enough to level a dragon up again. So I'm just going to quickly go through these. So there's 16. So just go down the whole map. Anything below here I've already done. If you win a level to 3 stars and you've got the VIP, you can do the instant win. Now you get so many tickets depending on what level you're at. So the level 15 VIP gets 18. And it's 18 tickets, around 100,000. So it's about 1 level up if you go through them all. So I won't bore you doing every single one, but that there. Well, actually, let's do 1 more because we've got 1.99 million food. So in fact, let's go around this little dragony thing here. So sometimes you get these really good levels where you can get 4 in 1 go. So this is the quickest way to do it. So you can just battle it normally, that's fine. But this is the quicker way. And if you've got a busy lifestyle, as always, the quick way is always good. So I'll come back and finish those off later on. But that's the next thing I do. And you can see I've still got 9 lives next to the portal. I mean, you do have to upgrade things to get 9. I think you start with 6 or so. I've got this portal here, which is there, the ancient port. It's 9. You can flick it over to, if you get to a certain VIP level, you can make it gold. Don't really make much difference, but I suppose it's prettier if it's in gold, some may say. So the next thing I do in the daily is just work along with it. So I've got these 7 dragons here. So now this is the Dragon League. So fighting this, you get great dragons. You get food and money as well. Keep going regularly. Now they've changed it slightly here. So I want to get these free tickets because, as we'll see when we get to the next game, that those free tickets are important. I've got 8,290. I need 13,500. So I'm just going to find my opponents. They're all maxed out at 100, so I'm going to try a refresh and hope for a green. Let's give this a go. Right, so I've got 1 green, 180, 80. So let's give this a go. Now that I'm playing against some good players here because we're quite high up. I might just double tap here because it's going to be an easy win. And yeah, the 100 players, I've got no chance against them. They're just too good. So I do have quite a lot of difficult matches here. But at the start of the tournament, to get a lot of green ones, and you want to get a win streak here. So 3, 6. If you've got any of the gem or the sort of the tickets or the little, see on next to win 6, that big red thing, whatever that's called. If you've got a few of them, you can keep your win streak going. If you save them all up, you can get like a 20 win streak and get a badge if you're in the right level. I've done that a few times. But now look, I'm struggling now, so all 100. Let's try this 100, 85, 80. Now the 100's got the 4 orange stars, or 8 stars in total, so I'm going to get battered here. But even if you play it, it will knock them off, and hopefully a nice blue one comes in. 124 billion, but it still didn't take me out, so my guy's doing a bit better than I thought. But just got no chance here, so just pass on to the next one. We get 5 points still anyway, so we've earned a little bit. So go on, green. Yeah, so we've got a green one here. This is good. So just double tap. I don't need to do a perfect hit, but I suppose if you do a perfect hit, you get 10% more damage, so it can help. But if the battles are really one-sided, again, for speed, I just double tap and it goes through as quick. So I have the my Prairie Dragon. I like to use the fire just because it takes all 3 people out, or at least does damage. And I always put the attack on the most dangerous dragon, because then it gets a second go when it comes to his turn. And quickly go through. Oh yeah, I've got another one. Although it's got 100 in it, it's still green, so we'll give it a go. I'll do a bit more perfect hit this time. Just take a bit more because he's quite a dangerous dragon. The Autumn Dragon is a really good dragon. I've got one too, but he's only level 80. I got him by breeding it when the tournament was on, or not the tournament. It was Dragon of the Month, so it was good to have. So now we've got another 273 points. So we're working our way up to the 13,500. I'll come back to these. What you can do is refresh for 5 gems. Let's give that a go. You never know. Cost me 5 gems. I don't normally press that there. But that's good. So we've got a green and an orange. So the main thing here is win streak, because the higher your win streak, the more points that you get from winning. So we've also done a clan quest as well, which we'll come on to in a bit. Also got 100,000 gold there for winning 3 in a row. So now we'll take on the Amber. Now if you're not sure and you think, can I do this, can I not, you can press this orange button on the right, which does give you a lot more, 50% extra damage. So this does help your cause. Now this is going to be quite tricky for me because they don't like, fire is a bad attack. So we'll start with my wind. So my wind would just, it sort of dents their attack for a little bit. So we'll do another video with all the dragons' features and what they have, the plant, the wind, the dark, the light, etc. But let's go in now with a bit of fire. So we're still doing alright here. 1v1 now. I'll just double tap. Let's take him out. Right, so we beat a medium one, but we did have the extra damage on. Whether that was worth the 2 rather than the 1, I don't know. But we definitely got a win, and we got our 474 points. So another 3,000 to go. Still got a day to do it, so do another 7 a bit later on tonight, and then tomorrow, and that should get enough for to get those 3 stars. So what are the 3 stars for? This third button, the league, the Enchantment League, is that not only do your dragons have levels, they also have these stars next to them, as you can see next to this fire dragon on the enchant tab. Now what you want to do is, if you can, get 8 stars for your dragon, so you get 4 yellow ones, then on top of that you get 4 sort of purpley ones, so you get 8 in total. Now the only problem here is that for dragons like the divine dragons, you can see, and I've been saving up for ages for this, we've got 38 out of 40 divine elements. Now the only way to get these is really to do this fusion, which is where you upgrade. Now you can see these little sort of blue gems inside whatever's in the top left hand corner and in the middle there. They just take forever to save up, and I need 280 just to get from extraordinary. 1 extraordinary from excellence, but I haven't got any excellence. I've only got goods, and it tells you I need 6 goods to make an excellent. I've got 64, so I can make 10 excellence, and then if I make 10 excellence, 8 of them I can convert to an extraordinary, and that'll get me to 39, so I'll be 1 off, and then I just have to work on the dark and the fire. Now the reason the fire is so low is that I've just managed to get my prairie dragon. right up to the top. So he's maxed out now, so you have to get to level 90 to use all 8 stars. You have to get over level 50 to have 1 pink star. You'll see it explains it all, and the good thing about here is you put your dragons in order as well, so it can tell you what you need. So 50 with 40, here we go, what you need. And you can see the number of stars to the left. Now, a new feature in this game is if you look on a dragon, you can see just where the dragon picture is. Below him there's a little blue dragon with a number next to it. Now 573 is how many points this dragon is worth. So this is a new feature. And if you go into, I'll come back to League, so if you go to this little 3-person thing on the right, so the bottom, well, so middle on the right hand side, just below the one with 27 written on it. So if I click on there, you'll see a menu here with a lot of tabs at the top. So if I click on Leaderboard, you'll see that the top player is Kim on 147,000, and in terms of the collector's points, we're Dragon the Warrior 5,718. So we're not the best. Our level's 115, so way off 150. But the good thing is there's some good prizes in here if you have a look at them here. So 50 of the stamps there, 250,000, 50 gems if you get up to 100,000, 50 of these things that I really need for my enchantments, these little stars, and there's 75 gems. So it's, you know, it's a nice little thing. So what I will do is I'll go through all my level 1 dragons and I'll use the food that I've got and get them all up to like level 16, level 20, because that improves the points without spending too much food. So you can do a global chat at the top, you can see your friends. The best way to get friends on here is just to click on near me. So near me, and then you can just go down and click invite, and it's amazing how many friends you get that way. So if you are struggling to get friends on here, I mean, I don't know this from Adam, but that's the best way. We've got 150 odd friends. You can actually recruit a friend for bonuses. So if you know someone who wants to play, you know, you can use my code if you want, 9A69A307. Pop that on, and so your friend and myself, it looks like we get gems along the way. So the leaderboard was the main reason I'm in here. There's also this alumni, where she's like a student type thing. So I've got one person that's graduated, and I can give her a gift. So that's the leaderboard that you see from your dragons. Now, I was in the Enchantment League. So what's this all about? Once you get to level 16, you can enchant your dragons. This is all in the old version, so I think it's the same in this version. And when you have your dragons, you can fight other dragons. So I've got 6 dragons here recruited, and I'll be playing against this dragon top right. It used to be a random defender, now it says best defender. So if I find a best defender that's 84 stars, which are quite a few still at this level, then that's easy for me. The 97 will just take them out completely right to the end. Now if I just go back a screen, what I want to see is my defenders, which is now moved to the bottom right hand corner. So if we click on here, what you do is you put your 6 best defenders up here, and then people will try and attack you. So what we'll do is we'll have a go at this shortly, and we'll attack somebody else. So you can see it, my prairie dragons there in 2nd place. Now the better your dragons are in here, the better the cauldrons you get. Now what's in a cauldron, you can also buy it, you get these stars, but that's stars badly spent for me. But I can claim a cauldron every, is it 4 or 6 hours? It tells you once I've collected this, we'll see how many. So next one off, every 3 hours, that's good. So every 3 hours you can collect a new cauldron. And if you click on the ear, depending on your dragon, depends on which cauldron you get. To be honest, getting all the way up to the purple cauldron hasn't really, you know, impressed me that much really. You don't really get too much difference. But you do need the cauldron. Now what the cauldrons give you are cards. So when we go into a battle, so we go into the league, we'll just refresh it a bit. So you can see this guy's got 99, 99, let's get it down a bit, 100. I want to take it so it's a nice easy fight so we can whiz through without too much damage. But you can see a lot of people now do have 108 stars. Right, so 97, 1 star is their best dragon. Now they might have 6 of them, which then we'd struggle with. We've got our potions here on the right hand side which have come out the cauldron. So I've got like 3 shields, a curse. Let me just swap over this legendary one here. Let's see. I like this undead one here. So this final vengeance. So if you've got 2, you can use 2 rubbish dragons to be a really good one. So we'll battle this one here. So what we have now is 6 dragons v6. Now that's an 84 star, which used to be an amazing dragon. Now it's not so. So I'll just pop my 97 dragon on. You see barely density. He's just nipped my toe there with the amount of energy I've lost. Now this one's different. This is 97 1 star. And just in case I've got some really good ones, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that Final Vengeance cauldron, potion on, which has come from the cauldron. And I'll put a really rubbish dragon on. So they'll have a battle. I'll lose badly, scratched his toe, but then I'll get the revenge from the little potion that I've put up there. So he's lost half his health. And the Warhammer Dragon, I'll give him a go too. And now the revenge will take him out. So that could be his only good dragon. So if it is, we'll just quickly go through the prairie. Now the reason we fight these defender battles are these little chests. You can come back, you can see you get 9 of these blue gem shield things, which is good. So I'm up to 206 now. But if you win, you get a chest, which gives you the enchantment elements, which you can use to get your stars up from none to 8, or 4 yellow, 4. Oh, this guy's got 87 stars, but again, it's still not going to cause me too much bother. So give me a little scratch on the leg again, and so we've won. All right, so now we've won, we're going to open up a chest. So usually it would just be a red chest, which is the basic one. You do get better ones than this. So this gives you a potion on the end, and then 5 different ones. I want legendaries. That's what I need, is legendaries, but they're quite rare, and I get 50 of these shield things at the bottom, which is good. That's the main reason for doing it. Now, we found some divine materials too, and it always gives you a low one. Since the update, it has put in a few better ones, but mainly you get the average one there, which you have to evolve. Now, why I do this daily is that you have to do it after 24 hours, but so if you do it slightly later each day, you get 5 battle chests. So when we do 5 of these, we can get to open that chest, and that chest has better goodies in it than it does from the red one we just opened. Now this dragon here now needs 3 diamonds to revive, or I can wait 4 minutes. So what I tend to do is, if it's 3 diamonds, I usually spend them. If it's 10, 15, I'll go away, do something else, and then come back to it. But once you've done the 5, you get to open your battle chests, which you can find on the bottom left here. So the battle chest here. You can open videos if you want to. Now the reason I want these star things is this epic chest here is 10 stars. So this here, I could buy 10 stars for 225 gems. Now, I'm not that generous. If I had 9, I might buy 1 to top it up and speed up things, but I'm not going to buy 10. I could invest 10 grand in the game to get loads, but where's the fun in that? I wouldn't say it's cheating, but it's, you've got to play the game for the fun it's there for. So when I get the 10 stars, in fact, if I get 3, 6, 9 from the 3 battles, then I'll probably just buy 1 for 25 gems and open up my 10. Now, they're really good chests. They get lots of materials. So when we mean materials, when you go to enchant, and let's take Frigg here, interesting name. So you can see he needs fire, earth and wind, and if you click on them, it shows you how much fire we've got. So we've got 9 extraordinary fires. I've got 274 shields in the top left hand corner. I need 224 to fuse it, but let's go for it. We've got loads and loads of fire elements here. So this is what you get out of the chest, extraordinary down to fair. And the lower you are, the more fairs you get, the better you get at the game, the higher up you get, but it's still random at the end of the day. So if I fuse this for 224, I've now got 10. Now what I would say is, don't just spend them willy-nilly, these elements, because when you do get up to the high levels, you do have to use a lot of fusion to get from average to good to excellent to extraordinary, especially with the divines. It does take a long time to get a high number of stars on the divine, but you do see people with 8 stars. I mean, they've done really well to do that, I must admit. So this is the stars that we get. So I'll do another 5 there on the Defender League to get my battle chest and see what's in it there, but because we're on a timer here, let's go into what we do next. So the other thing we do is, there's a clan war on here, so we'll check on the clan. So what you can do is you can do the clan quests. We did one earlier, you can see 9 out of 9. So if I click on the arena battles here and claim this, I've got 3 of these books, so I can summon one of these sprites. So in 3 hours time I can fight this dragon. So what the clan war here is 2 types. There's one where you have a big race when you make cakes for your dragons, and that helps your dragons spur them on to the end. And this one is a dragon versus dragon. So what you can do is you can click on the who's got the most points. You can see everyone's points here. You can see the leagues of clans. So if you want to get into the clan in a big way, we're position 87th, and we're on relegation form here, so I need to help the clan a bit here. So that's there. On the left you can see the different events. So win 3 enchanted battles. So if I put that on now, I'm going to do the 5 chess things. So I'll do 4 shortly, so that will get me 3 more books. You can pet dragons, which is the easiest. You just go on a dragon and swipe it, and that goes up. You just have to do it 19 times. I suppose even easy one is your dragon 3,880 food. So all I need to do there is find a dragon about level 20 and give him one piece of food, and that should be enough. So this is the clan wars. So you need to be level 20 to get in the clan, something like that. So it's good fun for the different events that you have. And I think, what else on the daily? So we've got this 28 here. So your friends give you gifts. Click on the gift here and just claim all in the top right hand corner. Got a few messages so you can help your friends. So I'll help them. There you go. And finally, you have got your breed. Well, it's not finally. Finally, it's probably after this. So we've got 2 dragons hatched, but we've got 1 to breed. So that's coming over. Let's see what we're going to get. Oh, we're going to get this pinky type dragon there, but it's not the dragon of the week, which is this ceramic dragon. So we're going to go for that. So how to breed, and it will take in, put the dragons in for me, and I'll click breed, and hopefully it's a long time. 4 hours 47, so though this is not going to be dragon of the week. Let's go on to these, hatch these dragons. It's a rare dragon, but I've already got it, and because I'm really limited to space, your number of spaces in the game depends on your level, and I'm at level 115, but I'm maxed out in terms of space. So until I get up to 116, I can't get any more dragons, so I'll just save that for the epics, legendaries and divine dragons, so I'll sell him. You get hardly any money. It's a waste of time with to do it for money. But I have got a bit on the crowded nursery events. So quickly click on the events, top left hand corner here. We've got a boss challenge where you take on a boss. So my next challenge is this person here. I've not played this as much as I should do. So I'm probably not going to do very well on here, but this is an easy attack. So even with a red attack, that challenge wasn't too difficult. So we win a gem. And now in 2 hours time I can go here and have to go all the way around here. And have to go around 4 times to get this dragon on the right. I'm probably not going to make that to the chestnut dragon because I keep forgetting to go in here. There's also the crowded nursery events, so the more people you hatch, dragons you hatch, the more points you get. And my position here is 2,000, so I've not been hatching many lately, so I'm going to get 7,000 coins. It's a bit rubbish, but it tells you what you get for each one. If you want to win this event, sometimes they have a decent first prize. It's only money and food here, it's not a good dragon, but what you can do is save up legendaries and divines in your sort of hatchery and then hatch them all at once to get lots of points. So if you go onto the box with the 3 on here, you can see you've got eggs and dragons here. So on the eggs, these are the dragons that are in my storage. So it's just dragons really that you collect, but you don't have time to do it. So I have got a garden dragon. Where on earth did that come from? A legendary garden dragon. That's interesting. You don't have this dragon yet because I've not hatched it, but I have got it to hatch. So next time a good crowded nursery comes up, I'll pop that. You can see it says new as well. So I've got another 3 here. Oh, I've got lots and lots of dragons to hatch. I've got some of these dragons without even knowing how I've done it, but that's good. A legendary in the back pocket. The only problem about legendaries is if you go again to enhancements, and if you look at my best legendary, which is the autumn dragon, the autumn and the sumo tend to be the ones that you get in the game that seem to be the best. But to get these legendary 22 here, now this is after playing the game for so long, and you can see I've got hardly any elements to level the autumn dragon up, but we will progress, and if we get the battle chest, you do sometimes get legendaries in there, which does help. The last thing to say really is that on each island there is, well, on the first few islands, you get the first 6, there are things like the ghost ship. So if we go here on the ghost ship, now this is where you send your dragons to explore and it comes back with a ruin, if you're lucky. When you've got all the ruins from the 6 different places, and the 6 places are, let me just go into my Chronos here and press the right button here, so you can see Seal of Darkness, Seal of Adventure, these are all the different islands to the 6. Now I've done every single Chronos apart from the Seal of Dragonfire. I've got 2 more to go. Now when you do them all, your dragon gets leveled up. So the Chronos dragon here, if I do get these next 2 seals, will only take 2 days before you can use them again. Now what Chronos does, once you've got him, so you've got to do it at least once to activate him, but it's great when you do, because he has on the timer and the timer's used up now. So my food is a day to go. I can click on him and say unleash, and you can see down the counters it said 2.5 days before I can use them again. But what happens now is everything that you have a timer on, or most of the things you have a timer of, there's some that it doesn't, has been reduced by 6 hours. So now we're down to 17.5 hours here, and the hatchery is now ready. So we can have another go at breeding the dragon. Now just make sure if you are going to use Kronos, everything is sorted first. So get your hatchery full, get your food full. I mean, you can even do the 6-hour food. So collect all your food, put the 6-hour food in, do the Kronos, and then you've got another load of food you can collect and then plant some more. So let's go back onto our Dragon of the Week. Here we go, press the right button, how to breed. I mean, the other way to do it is just to click on it and then there's a little repeat, so you can do the repeat instead. So that's not going to be Dragon of the Week again. So once you go through all these, now you can see here I have got a ruin that's ready. So we'll click on here, we want the seal. So first of all, we found a chest, which is good, and you can get decent stuff in these chests, but the main thing I want is the seal, because if I get 2 more of these, then we get closer. So will we get it? Yes, we do. Now that is so lucky. It takes ages to get one of these. So I've got one. So I need 2. So I need 2 more. I need 1 more to go. So what I need to do now is just go back into it. And this is the last layer that I need things in. So I'm just going to pick my dragons. So this one here is suggested at the top. You have to feed them up. So these need to be level 30 when they feed up. And let me just pop a couple more dragons in. So Hunter, come to play. So Hunter, we need to do your new video soon. We're not doing one for a bit. So 55% chance we're going to get it. And then this takes a while because it's the hardest one. It's 1 day, 12 hours, and we'll get another one. So Kronos will help us through. Now that is pretty much everything you need to know on the game. I suppose the only thing I haven't explained really are the gems. You see, 240, you can buy them. I mean, you buy £100 worth of 3,800 if you want. The one I do recommend is this clam thing, because that is a lot more value for money compared to the rest. One last thing, sorry, is in Enchantment here, I do like this little league table here. So if you get up to 2,000 points, you get the Sumo Dragon. I'm 1,959, but I have been up for 2,200. And in here, you get a position. Now, I was 5,000 for something on the most collectible dragon ones, but here we're standing at 178. Now, our top position's been 85, so if we win a few more battles today, we might get up to... we've got 1,959 trophies, so we've been about 2,100 and something, I think it was the top one that we got to, and we did that, really pushed on with lots of potions, and I did it just so we could get up for the first time to get into the correct league to get the Sumo Dragon. If I click on here, you can see how many you need. So when you first do this, it's great because you don't lose any trophies if you lose a match, so you can easily get up to the first couple of leagues, so give it a go, and then once you get higher up, you need to get 2,000 trophies plus to get these dragons. So Sumo Dragon is a very good dragon, so it's well worth getting up there, but unfortunately you need 6 decent dragons because people can play you, and if you've got a weak squad, which I have at the moment because I'm after the update, and a decent one before the update, but you can see there's the one we won, but that's, see the swords, that means I attacked it. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defences that has happened offline, and I've lost 4 and won 1, and it tells you how many trophies on the right here. So I need to get that up really, pretty much, if I want to get my position into the top 100. See, top person is 3,500. I don't think I've ever seen it that high, so they've been giving it a good go. I think that's pretty much dragons and what we do on a daily basis, so I'll go away and finish what I normally do. I think it's a great game. So you do need a bit of patience because it does take a while to get your dragons up. So to start up, I know I've got the best farms and I get all the great food, but it does take a bit of time to get there. But if you can get there, it's very rewarding. So enjoy the game. Thanks for watching. Any comments at all, pop it down below. I'll answer them as best I can. It has recently had this massive update where the dragons have gone from level 80 to level 100, so my answers might be slightly out of date, but it's easy to look them up, or I might know them from playing them. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. Cheers, see you later.